Kluber. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Corey Kluber has won the 2014 Major League Baseball Cy Young Award. Congratulations, Kluber. And I'll be the first to tell you, I didn't think it was happening. I thought Hernandez had it all the way. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nick's Sports Report. I am your host, Nick Brolis. Thank you for joining me here on the Nick's Sports Report. Of course, you can always visit my website as well, nicksportsreport.com. It's as simple as that. How about that, guys? Corey Kluber wins the Cy Young Award over Felix Hernandez of the Seattle Mariners. I'm sitting there on my phone and I'm waiting. I seen, by the way, congratulations, Clayton Kershaw on winning the NL Cy Young Award. But I didn't think it was going to happen. I can't lie to you. I thought Hernandez would win it. I didn't think convincingly, but I thought he would win it. I think there was only about a 4-point separation, to be honest with you. And before I go any further, you can feel free to follow me on Twitter at mbrolis or email me nickbrolis8404@yahoo.com. And this Nick Sports Report is brought to you by my buddy Andy, Casey, Dan, and Barry at Cafe 80s. Feel free to download that Bands in Town app on your smartphone and then search for Cafe 80s. You can find them on the internet at thecafe80s.net. And Facebook, they're on there. Like them, The Cafe 80s. They're on there. Check them out. They got the song list as well on their website. So, wow. Again, Corey Kluber winning the Cy Young Award. He went 18-9 last year with a 2.44 ERA with 269 strikeouts. Amazing. When you're sitting there watching the game and you're watching Kluber pitch, you honestly expect him to strike every batter out almost. That's what it was when you were watching him. For you Indians fans out there, I'm sure that most of you would agree with me on that. So again, I thought that Felix Hernandez would win it, but he did not. He finished second. And then Chris Sale for the Chicago White Sox finished third. Now, Cy Young Award winners are nothing new to the Cleveland Indians over the last, 10 years, something like that. 2008, Cliff Lee won it, and then, of course, CC Sabathia won it. So, congratulations, Corey. I'm happy for you. I hope that this turns out to evolve into a big contract for you because we would love to keep you here in Cleveland. And so, again, congratulations. Now, for those of you that did not watch my show last week and you forgot or you didn't know about, Michael Brantley and Yan Gomes won the Silver Slugger Awards, so congratulations to those two guys as well. Now, on to the Browns. They are 6-3 after their dominating performance down in Cincinnati over the Bengals. They are now in sole possession of first place in the AFC North. They host the Houston Texans this Sunday at 1 o'clock down at First Energy Stadium. Be honest with you, I'm a little nervous about this because Ryan Mallett is the starting quarterback. He was just named starting quarterback last week because Houston's coming off a bye week. And two things. One, I liked what I seen out of Ryan Mallett out of Arkansas in college. And I think he could be a very good quarterback in the NFL because I think he can read defenses. He's got an absolute cannon for an arm. And I think if you give him the running game, which Arian Foster is, I'm pretty sure he's not injured. I think that they can do pretty good. And we all know about J.J. Watt, the best defensive player in all of football. So I'm very nervous about this game for those reasons. And the Browns do not do well against rookie quarterbacks. So they host Ryan Mallett and the Houston Texans this Sunday down at First Energy Stadium at 1 o'clock. Now, on to other NFL news, and there's only one other thing to talk about. As some of you may or may not know, the Dallas Cowboys have been trying to sign Dez Bryant, who can become a free agent after the season because his rookie contract is over with. They're trying to sign him to a long-term deal. Well, it hasn't been going the way that they've planned. Why? Because they keep bringing up the fact that the cops have been at his house 6 times in the last 4 years. That's ridiculous if you ask me. Why? I don't know, but obviously isn't for anything good. So here's the part for Dallas though. They obviously want to give him the contract, but they're afraid to give him the guaranteed money. And I don't blame them, to be honest with you. And for those of you that want to talk about Johnny Manziel having all his off-the-field shenanigans, so to speak, let me tell you something. I'd rather he be out doing what he's doing than having the cops at his house 6 times. I don't care about a picture with him on a swan. So what? He drinks. He's 21. He's going to do that. What 21-year-old really doesn't drink? Especially if you're a professional athlete. So anyways, that's beyond the point. Sorry, I had to just throw that out there because I was thinking about it the other day. But they interviewed Des Bryant, and here's what he had to say. It's not about money, which is a lie. I just want a little respect. I'm a very loyal person, but don't test my loyalty. It's not about the money, huh? Yeah, right. There ain't any professional athlete out there where the money doesn't come into play at least a little bit. So, we'll see where that goes, obviously, in the coming months. On to the Buckeyes. They're 8-1, 5-0 in the Big Ten after a huge win up in East Lansing against Sparty. They now go up to Minnesota to take on the Golden Gophers. Minnesota's, I expect them to win big. J.T. Barrett, of course, is in the Heisman talk, which you'd have to expect. And here's the thing. For all of you Braxton Miller fans out there, this is my opinion. This whole show's my opinion for the most part. How can you put Braxton Miller in the lineup next year as a starting quarterback if Barrett keeps doing what he's doing? Let alone if we can get into the 4-team playoff and win the bowl game, or maybe even the national championship? Could you believe that? A freshman quarterback? I mean, I know Jameis Winston did it, but still. It's not a very often occurrence, especially the way I started it out. So, I really do hope that Barrett continues to improve, because to be honest with you, he's learned how to use his legs, but he is such an accurate passer, and I love it. He's already more NFL ready than what Braxton Miller is, in my opinion. So, let's see what happens this Saturday at noon up against Minnesota. Now, for those of you that are watching the other teams, we need Michigan State and Nebraska to win out, and then we'll meet up with Nebraska in the Big Ten title game, and hopefully win it, and hopefully end up in the national championship game. And obviously we need to win out with games. After this, we host Indiana and Michigan to end the season. Now, on to the Cavs. 3-3 so far to start the year. They are at Boston Friday, and then they host Atlanta. That's the start of a big homestand for the Cavs. They beat New Orleans 118 to 111. Love had 22 points. James had 32 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, and Irving had 32. The NBA took away an assist from LeBron, so he didn't get his triple-double. So, that's it with that. So, one other note before I end things here. I forgot to mention for the baseball portion of it. For all of you that wanted Victor Martinez back in Cleveland, well, guess what? No luck. Signs a 4-year, $70 million deal to remain up in the Motor City with the Tigers. I'm not a Tigers fan, but hey, Martinez, congratulations. You're a heck of a ball player. Would have loved to have you back in Cleveland, but congratulations. So, that's all I got for you on this edition of Nick's Sports Report. Thank you for tuning in, and feel free to check out my website, nicksportsreport.com. It's that simple. Have a great rest of the week, everybody.